I look like I'm a little girl standing here right now with these 10s, but I'm gonna guarantee you this is gonna be hard because first of all, we just did a very intense exercise. And as we've talked about, it's not the amount of weight that matters. It's maximizing how hard your muscles are contracting for a certain period of time under load. That's what we're here to do, is we're here to stimulate muscle growth and strength, not do random ass and throw things around. So let's go set number one. I'm gonna walk you through technique as we go. I'm gonna start my timer, 1 minute. Okay, let's look at hand position. I'm gonna place my hands over this bar just like this, and I'm positioning them right around the bend of the bar. So I'm using this bar's bend to place my hands in this overhand grip. I'm gonna tighten my arm muscles, my biceps. I'm gonna make my biceps and all these forearm muscles squeeze through the range. Squeeze at the top, fight every freaking inch all the way down. Look at my wrist position. I'm not moving my wrists around as I curl. I'm trying to keep my wrists rigid as I curl this bar. I'm gonna go just a little bit over time. I'm gonna do one more rep. Not letting my elbows move, so I'm not doing this. I'm keeping my elbows still, squeezing at the top, fighting all the way back down. I'm gonna flip it. 30 seconds. I tighten before I move. I'm gonna make my biceps own every freaking inch of this movement. Max tension. Break down the muscle to build up the muscle. Your biceps should feel like they're gonna freaking cramp. Squeeze here at the top, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna fight every inch that I lower. Holy crap, that sucked. Rest. 1 minute. I want you to completely rest as I walk you through some important technique things for this next set. So what are we thinking about? What are the common mistakes on this? Common mistakes are similar to the first exercise, and that is no matter which grip you have, moving your elbows during the curl. We don't want to offload the biceps. The other mistake are wrong grip positions. So the way you know how to grip this bar is when you're pronated, hands down or towards your quad, you're gonna grab the bar in your natural angle. So stand in front of a mirror, turn your hands this way, and look at where they are. Wherever your hands are, that's where you should grip the bar. Now, what's really cool about this easy bar is that these grips are pretty accurate for most of these bars for a pronated grip. So the way this bar is slanted here allows for my natural pronated angle. And odds are if you have a bar like this, it'll probably match up in this palms down position. Now, when I flip around this way, so when I flip to a traditional curl here, my angle changes. So for me, just relax your arms to your side, turn your palms out, see where do they go. Grip the bar from this position, see where that is. Let's look at mine. If I grip the bar from this position, look how I'm now outside of this bend. So my anatomy does not match up with the hand under grip position. So one way you can find out, where you should grab the bar is by doing exactly what I just did. Very simple. Just stand here, palms out, wherever your natural angle is, grab the bar. Palms down, wherever your natural angle is, grab the bar. You'd be surprised how often those freaking things are botched up because I have to correct people all day, all freaking day. That's how you know where to grip the bar. Let's go into set number 2. I'm gonna get my timer started, 1 minute. Clock is rolling. I'm gonna find my natural angle, pronated, palms down, grabbing the bar right around these bends, elbows stationary, 4-step rep. Step number 1, I'm gonna tighten before I move. So I'm gonna tighten the front part of my arm And I'm gonna make those muscles on the front part of my arm bend my elbow, hands moving towards my shoulder. Squeeze at the top, fight every inch going down. Now, the tempo that I want you to move is whatever tempo you can move at with control. It doesn't have to be super slow, but I want your muscles to own the movement. Switch it, palms under. This is where all the magic happens. What's everybody doing at Crunch Fitness? They're doing this right here. Guess what? There's nothing happening at my bicep. Maybe a little bit, but not much. This is not making your arms bigger. This is why there's a good chance I'm bigger than you are. I'm gonna tighten before I move. I'm gonna make my biceps curl this bar toward my shoulder. And I'm gonna freaking maximally challenge my bicep the entire freaking time. Squeeze at the top, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight every inch all the way to the starting position. There is no better feeling than a freaking bicep pump and a bicep burn. Rest. Grab some water. I want you to breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes. Don't scroll your phone. Stay focused. Stay engaged. I'm talking way more than I would in my own workout because there's so much to cover. And this is week 1. You know, doing Arms 1.0, which I will include content as you scroll in this app, some from Arms 1.0 over a technique. So you can, as you're watching this, scroll down. I'm gonna have embedded videos of some of the same technique that I'm covering. But I've learned how much there is that I have to talk about that people don't know, such as, what does it mean when you tighten a muscle before you move? I'll say these things because this is so innate with me that I know, and sometimes I forget that some of you guys, and very rightfully so, have no idea what I'm talking about. And you shouldn't know. There's no reason to know what I mean. I've got to get better at explaining these things. So on this exercise, you're tightening these muscles right through here before you move, and you're gonna make this front part of your arm tighten so hard or contract so hard that it's literally moving your hand. These things are learned. Studies show that it takes thousands of reps for your central nervous system to know how to send the signal from your brain to the muscle. It's just like shooting free throws if you play sports. You know, everything takes practice. Mind-muscle connections, all these things take practice. You can't do this one time and say, I don't feel it, this doesn't work, or I'm never gonna get it. You gotta stay with me, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep playing with these things. Let's go set number 3. Time rolling. We're gonna flip it this time. Let's go supinated first. Palms under, 30 seconds. Pause here, tighten before I move. Squeeze as hard as you can at the top. Fighting every inch all the way down. What is our goal? Our goal is to maximally stimulate our bicep. How do we do that? By keeping our elbows still and by creating maximal tension in the muscle through creating a mind-muscle connection. Definite burn, switching, hands over. This is gonna be fun. Don't offload your bicep, keep that tension all the way down. What do most people do? When most people get to here, they let the weight fall. That's our decision point. When we get to the very top of the range, you have a decision to make. Do you make your muscles continue to work and maximize the tension, or do you just go through the motions? It's gonna be my last rep. Holy Moses, that was fast fatigue. That's it. If it looked like I wasn't trying, I promise on everything on earth, I was trying to freaking bend my arm and I couldn't bend it. I definitely could have done what they do at crunch, and I could have done this. But I know that I'm gonna get less from my bicep when I do that, and I'm gonna get more from just tightening the muscle and squeezing through whatever range that I have. We're using our brain, we're using intelligence to do these workouts. And I really don't say that to be arrogant. I'm just saying it because that's the intelligent way to work out. I work with some very smart human beings, some of the most successful business people you can imagine. Being very smart, very intelligent, doesn't always translate to the gym. Why? Because this is a science. Like, you can't just go to the gym and know how to lift. You have to learn these things. Where people got this idea that they should know what to do is beyond me. That's what's so funny when people try to tell me things. I'm like, oh boy, okay, here we go. 1 minute. Standard curl first. Palms under. I want you to monitor your rep speed. I want you to crawl with me. Make your bicep, move your hands. Think about moving in an arcing path. So my hands are moving forward. Now they're gonna move progressively upward. And now they're gonna move progressively backward. My hands moving toward my shoulder in this arc. I'm gonna squeeze here at the top. And then I'm gonna uncurl the weight in that same arc. Hands moving out, hands moving down, hands moving progressively back. That freaking sucks. Let's do it again. Just kidding, not gonna happen. I'm gonna flip around. It's gonna be interesting. 30 seconds. I gotta switch to dumbbells. 10s. Okay, here's how you can do it with dumbbells. Flip your hands over. You can do the exact same grip pronated with dumbbells. If you don't have a barbell, this is your alternative right here. I wasn't even planning on showing that. It just worked out because my muscles are almost at failure. One more, last one. Don't move your elbows. Keep fighting for it. That's it. Failure, progress, success, MGB. 4 sets, let's go to triceps.